Hi everyone, this is Debbie here. I'm so glad that you tuned in. We are getting ready to kick off Easter 2021, and our first project for Easter 2021 is how I constructed this beautiful edible arrangement. This is these are little peeps right here that I made as flowers, and then of course I just added in the candy bars. Used the same technique if you've been following me for Valentine's Day when I did 2 trucks and a shoebox. Well, I tried to follow some of those same guidelines and things that I used on it, but I'm going to show you how I assembled this, so stay tuned. And we're going to get started. First off, I'm going to show you how I constructed one of these flowers. You're going to want to take your tissue paper and fold it in half, and then take your spear, and then stick it in the center like so. And we're just going to take it and grab it like this. Just make sure that it's all covered. Once you do that, and then take a rubber band, go around it maybe 3 times. Like so, and then I'm going to take and we're going to cut it down. And take the scissors here, just take and cut it down there, like that. Go and fan it back out. Then I'm going to take one of these sticks, I'm going to stick it down in the center, on the center point in here. And then just push it down, way down. Then you've got the little ball there. Throw all this excess away. Then you're going to take your 2 peeps, get those out of the bag. And we're going to be securing these with toothpicks. When you take them out of the package, they're all still together, and you can keep them together or you can pull them apart, but it just wraps around like this right here, like that. And then now we're just going to take the toothpicks and then just secure them in place. Just go around all of them. And I tried doing some without putting toothpicks in all of them, and they tend to sag. So I'm just making sure that I have 1 toothpick in each peep. And if you do give these away and you have small children, make sure that the parents know that there's toothpicks in there so that you don't have a choking hazard. Most of the time for these, I do a lot of these for just decor ideas. Some people do like to give them as gifts. But if you do, give them to the adults and just let them know that, hey, look, they do have toothpicks in them and you need to take the toothpicks out. And then we're going to take the next set, and 2 of them fits perfectly, like that. We're going to keep going around and finish this up. See, it's coming together nicely. Rolling. Okay, and then the last step, I'm going to take this pretty little flower and we're going to just put some clear plastic wrap on it. And what that does is it just keeps it really fresh. And you can pick up the plastic wrap at Walmart, or you can get it at the Dollar Tree. If you have your own business, you could probably use just the cellophane roll that you have, that you do gift baskets with. They work nicely. You have a little bouquet that looks something like this. For this particular project, you're going to need 5 of those flowers. Now, I'm going to do 3 yellows and 2 pinks. You can use any color combination that you like, and if you'd like to switch them up, you're able to do that as well. But I found that this works perfectly for me. And then I did find this cute little chocolate bunny at the Dollar Tree as well. And I took the stick and I'm extending this stick on top of this one. So I want this one to be the tallest thing in my basket. So I'm going to let this be my focal point and be the center. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yellow, and I have clipped these little yellows down. These sticks are about 12 inches. I have clipped these down to 10 inches. And we're going to put 2 yellows right here in the front. We're going to get these and just get them to slide in like this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the 2 pink that I have, and I'm going to put these kind of toward the back area here. And we're going to put them like in the 4 corners. And just slide them in there like so. So this is what we've got this bouquet looking like so far. Okay? And once you get that done, I also found these cute little eggs. They're at the Dollar Tree. Everything that you see here came from the Dollar Tree. This is another one of my Dollar Tree DIYs that I love to do. These actually had probably more than this in it. I'm only using 3. Again, you can use as many as you'd like. And I'm just going to stick them in here. I'm going to do 1 in the back, 2 on the sides. I just want to keep it a little symmetrical there. Okay. Then also, they have a lot of floral arrangements that the Dollar Tree has. Well, I took and I cut, there was one with nothing but Easter lilies. Well, I cut one up, and then of course I tied this cute little bow on the front of it. And we're just going to take this little guy right here, and this is going to go front and center, like right down here in that little area. And then of course they had the wisteria. I know y'all probably, if you're following me, I've used these before in several of my arrangements. And for this one, I just clipped off 3 of them to kind of give it a little bit more volume. We're going to do these in the middle. I'm going to probably drape 2 this way, and then I've got 2 to go toward the back. So 2 are going to face the front and 2 toward the back. I'm going to stick that one in here. And don't worry, if you don't like the way that yours is if you don't like the way that they're draping, you can always pull them out and move them around a little bit. But I'm just using it for volume. Look at these little guys in here. Then next, this one I left long on the 12-inch, and we're going to do this one kind of behind this rabbit here. I'm going to do the rabbit off to the side like that right there. Okay. And then also what I picked up at the Dollar Tree were, they have little things of candy bars. I picked up 3 Musketeers and then the Reese's Cups. And I just took some packing tape. You can use Scotch tape, but I found that packing tape is a lot thicker. And I just taped it to the back of these little wooden sticks. And you can only need like 1 package of these wooden sticks. And I'm only, for my project, I'm using 3 of the Musketeers, and then 3, I bought some Reese's Cups. And then also tissue. You purchase the tissue paper at the Dollar Tree. I cut out little squares. I think the squares are probably, they look maybe 5 by 4 by 5, something like that. And I'm just taking them and I'm twisting them at the top here. And we're going to use these in our arrangement. Okay. We're going to get these little guys are just wanting to go all over the place. Okay. And we're going to put on each side of the rabbit, I'm going to put a 3 Musketeer. Like that. And my third one, I'm going to go in the back. Okay. And then the Reese's cup, I'm just going to find some empty spaces and just tuck them in there. And you can use any type of candy bars. You can also add more than I am. Just when I was making this project, this number just seemed to suit it well and got it as full as I needed it. So I just kind of stayed with it. And also, if you need a tutorial on how to make this bow, if you're subscribed to my channel, go down. I do have a video on how I make bows. It's just under the title on how to make a bow for a fall wreath. I use the same technique, just change the ribbon out, and I use Easter ribbon instead of fall ribbon. And this one I just did like 4 little things back and forth on it. Okay, and then if you have some leftover tissue paper, just take the tissue paper like this and twist it. And this works really great for like filling in little areas if you need it fuller and so forth. And you can just go around your arrangement and add that. And also, if you need to, you can put some tape on it to keep it on the sticks. You know, if you're doing to keep the tissue on the sticks, like for the candy and so forth, because I found that they're kind of unraveling a little bit. But voila, there you go. There is a cute little edible Easter arrangement. Hey guys, I'm going to try something really different here at the end of this video. I'm going to try to answer a few of your questions. I noticed on the last video that I had done where I did a Valentine's Day gift basket. So I'm getting a lot of viewers that are asking questions on the cost of items, where I'm getting them and so forth. I'm going to put the items that I use for each one of these crafts down in the description box below, so that you'll have a list of the supplies that I use for these. Most of the crafting supplies, I normally, for a lot of the basics, I use the Dollar Generals, Dollar Trees, and so forth, because I find that a lot of times I can get those basic things that I need for a lot cheaper than I can buy them for wholesale. So I do kind of keep my eyes open for those things. And then also, when you're buying and you see sale items, don't hesitate to swipe up some of those. That saves a lot of money, and a lot of times that's a lot less than wholesale as well. And I'll take and store these items for each season. Like if I'm buying seasonal goods or whatever, I will store them so that I will have them the following year and can just use and pull out of my box there to make some goods. But on an item like this one right here, the total cost that I have in this item right here is probably about $30. And normally when I go to price something like this, what I will do is I take that $30 and multiply it by 2. And that will give me a $60 price. So usually I would advertise something like this, say $59.99. To make sure that my pricing is fair, a lot of times I will go on Etsy or go and check under edible arrangements or something that is similar and see what other people are pricing their items at. And that way it'll give you an idea of whether or not am I pricing it too low or am I too high, and then you can make the adjustments as needed. Another way that you could price your item is if you take the total cost and, I mean, what do you want to pay yourself per hour? Say, for a project like this, if I had an hour involved in it, if I want to pay myself, say, $25 an hour, I would take that $30 plus $25. I could actually charge $55 for it. So that would be a reasonable price as well. And then, of course, always go back to the comparative pricing. You know, if you don't want to do any math or any multiplication, just check and see what anybody else is selling it at. And then, you know, you can price it at that. But you can do that. Another question that's being asked a lot is also like, how do you advertise? Where are you selling them at in a way to keep costs down? A lot of times I sell a lot of items to people that I closely related to, like friends and family. Sometimes it's just co-workers. If you want to advertise, Facebook is a really good place to advertise. Also, of course, you know I have my YouTube channel. I did have an online store, but I have closed that online store down, especially because I'm not using it and I'm not shipping out a whole lot. Most of the items that I'm making right now have to be either I have to deliver them or either they'll have to come and pick them up. Facebook would be a really good place that you could sell items at, or if you even printed up flyers and pass them out. And then also if you want to do like I did, just start your own YouTube channel, and that way you get quite a bit of advertising, and people will start coming to you when they need something done and just ask you, can you make this for me, can you do this? So that's another thing. And then also I would like to throw this in as well. If you do something like this, go ahead and do like make one of them and then take orders. That way you actually know what you've got in it. You can price it accurately, take orders, and get enough supply so you're not overspending. And that way you can go ahead and you can allot that time that you need to make them. Like if you're doing this for a part-time job like I am, and just doing something like this on the side, then you will have time, you will be able to schedule out the time that you need to build them, and then include in the time that you have to deliver and so forth like that. So those are just some quick tips that I thought I'd just throw in there and share with you. So I hope you'll continue watching me, and I've got plenty more in store, so stay tuned.